I'm good.
My name is Anthony. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
It's
Before we start, I would like to talk about confidentiality and the confidentiality clause. Whatever you say will be kept in this room, except if you try to talk about hurting yourself or harming others. Is that okay with you?
yes, that's fine.
Okay. How can I help you?
I just feel overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed about what?
The decisions I make in my life,
As far as
everything. Hello?
you just said everything. I was waiting for you to continue.
Oh, I don't know. You're just staring at me. So, but everything as far as in like life, like being an adult.
Explain. Go further and take me to where you're talking about.
Like my job, going through this whole training process is making me second guess if I want to do it.
You have a new job,
Yes, I do.
so you don't like your new job?
I never said I didn't like it. It's just it's a lot of responsibility that I don't know if I'm capable of doing.
Oh, so this is the process of being an adult that you don't like?
It's a process of being an adult with responsibilities that I don't know if I could fulfill, and if I don't fulfill it, it can put me in jail if I mess up on it.
Did you like your old job?
No, I didn't.
So,
It's not about me not liking the job. It's about me seeing if I'm ready for the big responsibility.
so you're not ready for responsibility?
I'm not ready for a big responsibility. I
You
have
have kids?
responsibilities. I have a daughter. And I had responsibilities from when she was born at 17 years old. I had her, and I had responsibilities from then. It's just now this responsibility is more of a legal thing. If you mess up, you can go to jail.
You could go to jail for not taking care of your daughter as well. Isn't that's a big factor too? And you're doing fine, right?
But this is a different thing. This is something where you're liable for other people's lives. When
You,
you're liable for somebody that you love, of course you're going to take care of them. You're not going to want to go to jail for anything you
you
do.
can't really say, of course, because there's a lot of people out there in this world that should be taking care of their kids and they don't.
I'm saying, of course, for me. I'm not talking about other people in the world. I'm talking about me right
Yeah,
now.
I know. So that's the whole point. If you're able to take care of one person,
I cannot take care of 5 boroughs worth of people to make sure that everything goes fine.
but are you the only one that's doing it?
I'm the only one that would be liable for it if I was the last person there.
So you're the only one that works there.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if I was the last person that they found that was there, I can go to jail if somebody had gotten killed on my behalf.
Don't you think they're not gonna give you that type of responsibility yet? You just started working.
You get that responsibility in general. Like, I don't want to tell you my job, but the way my job is set up, if you're the last person there and something happens and you didn't notice
Last
something
person where?
in the building, I guess you could say the building, the apartment, wherever, and something happened and you didn't write it up and you didn't notice it, and somebody gets killed, you can go to jail. Regardless of whether you just started the job or you've been there for years, they want to blame somebody. It's all about saving lives and protecting property, and
But-
that's their motive.
So you don't care about helping people?
It's not that I don't care about helping people. I just don't know if I want the responsibility of going to jail on somebody else's behalf because of something that I didn't see. But because I was there, I was supposed to see it.
So don't you think you should be more vigilant?
I feel like I should be more of what I feel like I should be more of.
I mean, that doesn't count if you're working for somebody. You can't feel like you want to be more than what you want to be if you're working for somebody.
I feel like I can be to my full potential, and hearing the duties, I just don't know if that's for me. But it's too late for me to pull out, and I feel like it's a big responsibility for me in my personal life because I'm very forgetful. So this is teaching me a lot of responsibility.
So you never read the descriptions and the duties before you applied to the job?
It's different when you're reading something and you're hearing it from people and their experiences versus you reading something. You can read a contract saying that if you walk down the street, you're going to die. But when somebody tells you a story about that happening to them, then you think differently.
Oh, so you more don't like listening to rules and regulations or policy, you rather hear it from word of mouth?
Correct. If I'm reading something about a policy, sometimes people put on paper that if you walk into a building, you could blow up. But you think of the chances of whatever. But when you actually hear stories of people being in that field, of hearing things like that, you start to feel like, wow, this is real. Like, this isn't somebody trying to scare you. When you go places, a lot of people try to scare you. So they put stuff on there saying that, oh, you know, it's like this, but, you know, the chances of that happening is like whatever. But when you hear people telling you stories about real life things that you're responsible for, it's a different type of ball game for me.
What is your job title?
I don't want to talk about it. But I just feel like it's difficult because I feel like I don't know if I'm ready for that responsibility. I mean, the more money you make, the more responsibility you have, but I just don't know if I signed up for the correct thing. Being in school, it's like I'm going to school for something totally different from what I'm doing from my job right now, but I don't know if I even want to do what I'm doing in school because it's just, there's no money in there. And I'm not trying to chase money, but I want to have money. I don't want to struggle with my dream job. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, I don't want to struggle.
Do you get paid good money in this job?
I get paid decent money, especially for people my age. Like,
So,
it's hard.
How you want to have a good job, and if you just told me if you want to get paid a lot, it comes with more responsibility.
I just don't know if I'm ready for that at this moment in my life. I'm only 25 years old. So for me to come with that big responsibility at this moment, when you still feel like you're responsible, but you're not fully responsible because you're still like a child at heart, it's
So-
just difficult.
Age,
Defines my maturity for me. Not for everybody else, but age defines maturity for me. Like, I matured when I had my daughter at the age of 17, but you know, you still had your parents. And as you grow older, you realize that you don't have your parents like you used to. Like, they're there for you, but they don't make the decisions anymore. Like, when you were younger,
but
when you
still,
when you was younger, you would go to school, and if you got in trouble, you call your parents to bail you out. Now, when you get older, it's no longer your parents can help you. It's you're going to jail. The cops
what
have
does
you.
it have to do with your job? If you know that, that means you done took on a greater responsibility. Wait, I'm asking, does that mean?
Wait, my whole thing is you just asked me.
No, I'm saying, this is what I'm
I
saying.
was answering the question that you asked me before.
No,
Now you're asking me a whole
listen
other
what I'm
question.
saying. No, what I'm saying is, listen what you just said. That's what the whole point I asked you. You just said when you was younger, you could rely on your parents. When you get older, you have to do more of you being responsible for yourself. So as you get older, your responsibilities are getting greater. So why do you feel at the age you're at that you can't tackle on the responsibility that
I
you
never
have?
said I couldn't tackle on the responsibility. It's the whole thing if I want to.
You just said you don't think you're ready to take on the responsibility.
But you said I can't tackle on. I never said I could not tackle
You
on a
just-
responsibility. I'm saying if I want to. I'm
You-
not ready to. But I never said
So
I
that
could
means-
not. If
so-
I can tackle it,
So
but I'm not ready
that's
to.
the
I
whole-
think it's a big difference between you saying that you cannot do it. Saying that you cannot do it, saying that you cannot do it at all.
No,
I'm
saying that
capable
you-
of doing it. It's
so
just
if
I'm
you-
not. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
That means you can't do it if you're not ready for it.
It does not mean that, but we could just move forward because I don't want to go back and forth with you.
You would never go. I'm just saying, if you feel like you can do it, if you can't do
I
it,
know I could do it. It's just
then
I don't
that's
know
what
if I'm
that's
ready
the whole
for
point
that.
I'm trying to show you. If you know you could do it, then do it. Don't
If I
sit
know I
there
can
and
do
say,
it, that doesn't stop me from not feeling like I'm ready to do it.
Everybody
Being ready
got-
and
no.
knowing you can do things are two
maybe you're
different
not,
things.
maybe,
You're not. You know you could be a mother, but you're not ready to be a mother.
but you still be a mother, right?
Yeah, but that's
But that's
because
the
you have no
point.
choice. Mother Nature has
that's-
come and has taken
That's
over.
the whole point I'm trying to show you. You're just throwing in what I'm saying. What I just
It's the
said.
fact that I don't feel that I'm ready. Rather, I know I can do it, but I don't know if I'm ready to do it. I'm already in it. I'm not going to stop it. It's just overwhelming when you start thinking about different things that falls onto it. And you realize that, yo, I could just be sitting in the office chilling. But instead, I'm trying to protect lives and property. And I'm sitting here and people in the street are coming to you looking for you for help. And I'm like, whoa, like, I'm nobody. And that's just like, wow, like when people are coming like, oh, yeah, she gonna regulate this. Who the fuck, like, who am I? Like, well, I just started getting in this job. Like, don't come for me. So it's different because you have the public coming to you now. You're no longer a civilian.
Well, like I asked you before, do you do this task by yourself?
Yes, I do. When I get into the field more, yes, I do this by myself. So it's me making the decisions. It's me figuring out what to do next. It's just a big responsibility of me having more confidence in myself at this age,
And
trying
you don't
to
want to
tackle
tell
on
me
things. No, I don't feel like talking about what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very difficult for me at this age, feeling like I barely got a chance to get my life together, and now you're tackling on the public. People are coming to you. People are looking at you. Now everything you're doing is judged. Even when you're off duty, you're still on duty when you're in uniform. So it's just like, wow, like, I never realized how big this responsibility was until I got more into training. And it's like, are you ready for that? And I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, because it's just, I'm not ready to go to jail for a simple mistake
But
that
why
I made.
you keep thinking about going to jail?
Because they remind you every damn day at
But-
training.
Okay, but you know what you're doing and you know what you're doing is right. Why would you go to jail?
But like, everybody makes a mistake, and your simple mistake can cost somebody their life.
That's why you should know not to make a mistake. If you know that it's gonna cost somebody's life, why make a
You're
mistake?
human. Humans make mistakes. Whether you don't want to, you accidentally make a mistake, and it's not your fault. It's your fault because you made the mistake, but you didn't do it on purpose. You could say, oh, I'm not going to try to make a mistake, and you actually make a mistake. And you're unaware of your mistake. So I can't go in there saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to go in there making no mistakes. I'm going to go in there on point like I usually am, but it's still like I can make a mistake. And then I could possibly go to jail for a
First of
mistake,
all,
a
when they
simple
talk
mistake that I
about
didn't make.
mistakes, you have to neglect your responsibility in any case. If you forget something, you're not gonna really go to jail. If you neglect it, meaning that you didn't pay attention to it and purposely just walk by it, that's a different situation. But if you forget,
All right, so if you walk by it, but they saw that you was on that path and you didn't look at it, you didn't pay
that's
attention to it.
neglect.
You're saying that's neglect.
Yeah, because it's in your path and you didn't look at it. That's neglect.
So you're saying that because I neglected it, I didn't look at it because I didn't go there for that. So I didn't look at it, that it's my fault. I should go to jail.
No, what I'm saying is, whatever you're supposed to be doing, you know your job title is supposed to expect whatever you inspected. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, you have to be observant of everything. So why not just be observant and just know that you did your best?
You can know that you did your best and it still wasn't good enough. It depends on who you're pleasing. You can know that you did your best to yourself and then somebody else says like, oh, your best wasn't good enough. So
But
it's
that's
more
gonna make
of
you go
you
to jail?
taking on a No, that's not what makes you go to jail. What makes you go to jail is somebody dying.
Okay, so why would you think somebody's gonna die when you're doing something?
Because people can die.
But I didn't ask you that. I asked you, why would you think they're gonna die on your shift?
Because stuff happens, and that's a thing, a fear. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen, but that's my fear right
Everybody
now. That's
got
what's making me
fears.
overwhelmed, because if somebody dies on my behalf because I was the last person there, then it falls back on me.
Everybody.
Because
does.
my job was to protect lives and property. When I saw something, I should have called somebody right away. I should have gave them a ticket. I should have did something. And what if I did do that and somebody still died and that still wasn't good enough? I'm not gonna go to jail, but that's still on my conscience.
No,
So
it
now
shouldn't
it's
be
still
your-
on my conscience because it makes me feel
well,
like,
listen.
wow, what can I have done
How
differently
can
to
you?
help that
How
person?
can you feel like it's on your conscience if somebody died when you did exactly what you had to do? It's not your responsibility if you did what you had to do, and there's another person that's supervising other people that didn't do what they had to do.
But it's like, it's just in general, like knowing that you was there, like you was that person. I don't know. It's just
So
different for me.
if let me ask you a question. If you was hanging out with somebody that you just met and you go home and they die, that's gonna be on your conscience too? Or your
But that wasn't
responsibility?
my job.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I mean, no. I mean, yes, it's gonna be on my conscience because I was the last person with them. So it makes me feel like, what could I have done differently? Should I have left at 5 minutes after and they would have never died? Or if I left an hour before, would it have saved their lives? Like, you would think like that as a human being, to see how you can try to change that predicament to have a better outcome. Being that I am going to school for mental health and I do want to help people, just thinking of different ways you can help somebody and how the outcome could have been different, it wears on you.
So if you go to school for mental health counseling, what is your counseling style? What is your technique?